Remember, you are given as your richest birthright the privilege of controlling your own thoughts. Therefore, treat this divine gift with the profound respect to which it is entitled, and do not allow anyone to do your thinking for you, or to influence your thinking in any manner whatsoever, except by the rules of accurate thinking I am passing on to you. Follow this procedure regardless of what people think or say about your method of thinking. If they wish to call you a cynic or a doubting Thomas, let that be their misfortune. But for your own good, go right on thinking by rules which will save you from many mistakes and tragedies throughout your life.
Hello, everyone. My name is Irene Daniel, and I welcome you to another episode here, exclusive in YouTube. And it's such a pleasure to have you here. And I'm so grateful for every single one of you that are here to join me in this live series that I created with one intention: to create this community, to bring out these principles that will help support you. And I'm here also to support you in your development, in your growth, in you becoming that greater, better self. Yes, a better version of yourself. You see, and and if it's the first time that you are tuning in, or you are now a regular part of this community that is very much exclusive, I see it like that, you are exactly where you meant to be. Yes, there is no coincidence here. This I know. Okay, so I would love to know your name, where you're coming from, where are you located, which part of the globus are you living, and what was so far, let's say, your favorite episode. No, today is the 9th episode, and so far, if you are new, it's okay. So you may want to watch the replays. There is so much power in each episode. I know it's a really great service that I am offering to my community, to the world, to you. And but for sure, there is some of these principles of life, they're very much connected to us. When we start to understand, we see the reflection there, yes, and the activation starts really to grow something within us that it takes over. This is the process. So which have been, let's say, your favorite episode, or what kind of a big impact has this principle have in your life? Yes, are you implementing? Are you understanding by always see the replays? Always see the replays. When you have any question, you see, if you are now here or later, yes, let's do like this. When you have any questions about any of these principles, yes, you write your thoughts. This community is sacred. This community is protected, believe me, because the idea to create this YouTube channel and to create this series has great power, and has not just the power of me having the idea. This idea really led me because it has a greater intention. I'm here to call really that personalities that really are hearing the call, wanting to, and I'm sure you are already in the process, because we are all. But the point is, when you listen, then just take that decision and start to take that first step. You just need one step at a time. Yes, and you don't need to see everything. When you have any question about any of these principles so far, you just let it in the comments. And when I see it, and I'm always regularly go very oft to this channel, and I see all these amazing comments, and so I replay, okay, for sure. And so I love to hear your ideas. And you see, when you are interconnecting, yes, what happens is that you also probably are being used to inspire others. There is something in your journey, an experience, and there is no good or bad experience, but there are situations that you may want to share with all of us, and this may resonate with someone. Yes, and maybe you also want to write about how did you overcome it, a situation that seems like there's no solution, and you didn't saw how you could possibly win that battle. Yes, and you did. You see, because you're something amazing. Within you, there's something great that is always, even if you're not aware, it's really always pieces coming out. And life is here really to bring us. There's situations that are coming, but they are really just wage for us to train our mind, our brain, yes, so that we can use that mental faculties in the proper order, structure, and we start really to awaken to the meaning and the fulfillment of life. Yes. So share in the comments, be willing to be vulnerable. You see, it doesn't matter. You are here for yourself, first of all. And then when you start to understand in the depth of who you truly are and how these principles really can activate something greater from within, and then you start to embody, you start really to express, to take action. Yes, you're going to see miracles happen. I always say miracles because it's really amazing how it happens. But this is the truth. And of course, I also was living in a place of not knowing better, not being aware. And just for 3 years, actually I'm already in the 4th year, I really started to be connected with this information. And I know there is even more greater things to be aware of within me. You see, I'm not looking outside no more. Outside is just a reflection, a duplicate. Yes, actually, it's everything to do with perception. We have to understand that what we see outside, yes, is really the perception. And once you change your perception, I mean, and that you do through you starting to understand who you are. When you start to assume, to have that assumption of who you are is greater, is fantastic, is phenomenal. Yes, is something unique. When you start to change that perception, yes, through assumption, yes, through affirmations, through autosuggestion, yes, through self-awareness, yes, then your belief also will start to change about who you are in this superficial awareness, and that deeper awareness of who you truly are from the essence. Yes. And so I'm telling you, your belief starts to shift. That's why these principles, they are gold. They are. Yes. But you see, these principles will not give you any power. It's here just as a support, let's say a roadmap. They are really keys to open that, you see, to make you free. Because and without judgment, I'm saying this, it's okay. You see, I understand today, but without judgment, it's really, there's the right moment, and the right moment is today, as I know. But in the depth, there's a preparation that we need in that level of awareness to go through, so that we are really to let go of the old. It has to happen first within. I know this is really a moment where I say, when the trumpet, when you hear that call, this is a voice. I have enough. Yes, when you are really, especially when that, let's say, when heart feels, but it's not the life itself. We are being our worst enemy. Yes, have been our worst enemy, because we must love ourselves more. Yes, we have to love ourselves more to fill our cup. Yes, and so to understand how these principles really work, you have to come, even if the preparation that is already being done in your life, if you want to get that greatness out of you, because it is within you, then come along, be present, and really you have at your service these replays. Watch every replay, every episode, make a pause, reflect upon. This is really very important. Okay, so I encourage you really to be open and receptive in today's episode. Really take a deep breath in, relax your mind. You see, be very much present while I'm presenting this episode, this principle, and allow yourself to be curious. Skepticism to the side, be open like a child. A child, when you observe a child, when you are talking, the child is very much quiet and listening. Yes, this is the true nature of the child. And it's very curious and it's very much open. Yes. So be that child again and be open while I am presenting. And while I am presenting, if you have any question, of course, you may want to drop in the comments. This is all for you. Share your experience. Bring new ideas. That you may want to share with all of us, and be really open to the possibility that each and every principle, especially this one, yes, that may challenge you to see things from a different perspective. And this is how it's supposed to be. We want to erase, we want to rise much higher from where we are now. Yes, we want to gain something new in our lives, something different. Then we have to raise our awareness. We have to go from a higher conscious awareness of who we are. And this is going to help, especially this principle of that I'm going to talk very brief. And so this will help you also to explore what is possible in your life. With this principle, everything will change. Yes? And so everything's going to change. Why? Because this principle that I am going to talk about now, it really is the key to pure transformation. You can really say that self-discipline is only through self-discipline, transformation will be done first within you, and then it will start to be crystallized. Yes? It starts to gain shape, form in your reality. And there's nothing that you can stop. Yes? And it's very much okay so. No one has the power to interfere in the process of your growth, your development, only when you allow it, only when you don't know better. Yes? And everything is here only for your highest good. And this is a mindset, a growth mindset that you should, if you're not having still, you should really start now to become aware what is that you set in your mind, what kind of thoughts that you are having and emotions, and what is serving, what is not serving you. Yes? And understand that life itself is a miracle, and this is a process of refinement. And self-discipline is really helping us to become that shape, that brings the shape really to that essence of our true essence in form of a personality that we embody, and then we start to express through self-discipline. Okay, but I want to start, of course, by declaring what Napoleon Hill really says about this principle. And Napoleon Hill really declares that self-discipline means really taking possession of your own mind. Self-discipline begins with mastery of thought. If you do not control your thoughts, understand you cannot control your needs. Self-discipline calls for the balancing of emotion, of your heart with the reasoning faculty of your thinking mind, your mental faculties, through which all of your personal power for success must flow. It has a certain structure, a certain order. So direct your thoughts, control your emotions, and ordain your destiny. This is the power of self-discipline, yes? Is you having the discipline and the knowledge and the power by experience, by directing your thoughts, by controlling your emotions, and with that, you are shaping your destiny. For that is a gift from a higher power to you. And as our culture has become more complex, the need for self-control has increased. It's amazing how much gold here is, and why is that matters? Why matters that you gain that self-discipline, that you train to be disciplined? Because this is really the foundation of success and growth. Without discipline, it's your dream, that which is actually a life plan, probably will not have that strength from alone to go and to be expressed from alone. Yes. So when there's no discipline, the persistence will not be there. The consistency will not be there. You need that discipline. This is really a muscle. Yes. So discipline is really the energy that propels you forward regardless of outside circumstances. It doesn't matter what is outside. You know what is important, must be done, what must be expressed. Yes. So this will help you, will support you. Yes. It helps you overcome distractions and stay on course, to stay in the right path, to stay in alignment. Without self-discipline, even the best plans can remain dreams, as I was telling you. It turns really inspiration into action. This is what you gain when you are very much in harmony with this principle, when you understand and when you apply it. Yes? But you see, from my perspective, which is normal, I have my own perspective. Self-discipline is more than just controlling the thought. Of course, it's very important that you give the direction to your thought, but it's really the deep understanding of who you truly are. It's you recognizing and embodying the greater parts of you, that greater self, that future self that is still in the depth. But when you start to become, let's say, when you are self-aware, yes, when you start really to study this material and connect really all the information, when you start to connect the information, you'll see that this is what really is going to be effortlessly. Discipline starts to be not a harsh, hard word when, let's say majority of the people, when they, at least I was like that when my father was talking about, you must have this discipline. You see, he was already giving me the keys, but me, it was always a bit hard, to follow what he actually meant with intention, with a great intention. But for me, it was really a word that I find it not so positive when I was younger in that time. But you see, I recognize now, after I understood what means discipline, to have self-discipline, I really start to recognize that it was not really, it's not something that is hard, because when I understand who I am in the depth, who I'm truly are, when I start to be connected in the personal development, I started my personal development and connected with these principles that really helped me to understand, yes, then discipline was really a part of me. It's an embodiment, yeah. So discipline is for me really recognizing who you are. You can see discipline like this when you start to recognize who you are, when you are really embodying it, this principle. You're going really to and to put out that greater self, that greater version that actually is within and is always existed, but now through this embodiment, yes, because you want really to give it form, yeah, parts of that personality, you start to bring it forth. So this is easy then. This is very easy to be in alignment and to embody who I meant to become, because I am being every day greater, better, yes, better, greater. And this applying discipline is really, it becomes easy and is part of me being, yes. So for me, this is my perspective. It's today much more easier because I understand, yeah. So it gives me a lot of strength in a lot of situations. I could see much more clear through this principle, yes. It's really about through this principle, you holding that new vision through persistence. It helps you really to hold that vision and help you also to be persistent. Consistency is really another word for discipline, and it will bring you that unwavering action. And this, even when the emotion, a certain emotion, tries to pull us back or pull you back into an old pattern. It means thought pattern and habit, yes, that is, maybe you are aware, maybe not, yes, but through discipline, if the emotion comes up, and it will be transmuted, it will gain a certain way of thinking. It will bring a certain image and a way of thinking that maybe will try to pull you out of course. But when you apply discipline, yes, if you are very much mindful, then it brings you again right where you're supposed to be, very much in alignment, and by you start to recognize with persistence, consistency, you will see that discipline. Thank God that I am very much disciplined. I have that discipline. I see clear. Yes. So it's very easy. It's very easy. It's a process, of course, but it's easy when you are then inside, when you start really to be inside with persistence. Yes? So self-discipline is the daily commitment to affirm and act as the person that you are destined to be. You don't have to wait until the circumstances show up. You see, you just have so that you be disciplined. Discipline is here really when you start to use it. It happens so that the things when you are start to be really disciplined and you use discipline and you stay committed to affirm and act, to express and to make decisions with clarity and aligned with your vision, with your purpose in intention, then this will really start to shape that greater parts of you that now are being expressed. The words carry a certain vibration. There is very much in alignment with the idea, with the vision. So now it have a different impact. And this just by you implementing discipline. And this was what happened with me. This is what happened with me from the beginning, from my personal development until now in full awareness. I see big shifts and difference in my results, but because I worked through in my inner world in such a discipline, by really be disciplined in how I organize my days. Yes. The certain habits that I had in my past, they don't exist no more. Certain thought patterns, certain habits, certain limited beliefs, they don't exist. Yes, because of these, not only because of discipline, but let's say it was very strong to bring that transformation out, to shape me and shape the reality that I am today living in. Yes. So it's really very much powerful when we understand in the depth, but I'm not here to go too much in the depth, but to make you aware in how discipline is really a life-changing principle. And I am sure that you can very much relate, especially when you have had a goal, for example, so that you observe when you had the goal and there was something that you had to do, something greater that you, let's say, that you attain, but there was something through discipline that you had to apply in order to be that person that attained that goal. Yes, this is how I saw these principles always had worked in my life for greater changes, but I was not aware. I was always applying it, but not aware. I just had the sentence from my father, like speaking about discipline, and I just had that emotion. It didn't felt so good, so I didn't want to think about discipline. Yes, this is very much like forced. Oh no. Yes, I want to feel free. So I had a very different emotion connected to discipline that it didn't felt good. So I didn't want to think about. So, and this happened to a lot of people. Yes. So be aware, this is really your true nature. Okay. So self-discipline is very much tied with our purpose. It's a connection with what we really are here truly to be and do and actually even have. Because as I said, have is really an effect from a cause. Yes. So self-discipline is rooted in a deep connection to your soul's calling. What is that gives you joy? What is that that really brings that fire within you? That you have the feeling, you see, life is amazing. Yes. Observe what kind of vision, ideas really starts to come up. Yes. And if it feels like it's a kind of resistance there, or it feels like you would be very much familiar, or it will be very much, you have, this flow, it flows to you very easy. You still don't know how this maybe a hobby, yes, that you have, that you were called actually to do something greater out of it, but you may still not look at with a different eyes, because there is thought patterns, a certain limited beliefs that may block you to go into depth. And actually, you see, self-discipline will help you to bring you into the alignment of thinking, feeling, and to organize your mind, and to really to prioritize what really can bring out that greater, better version of yourself. It's the natural consequence of knowing who you are and what you are here to do. Purpose provides the clarity. That's why it's so important that you are very much clear about what is that. It fires your heart, yeah, from the idea, from thinking, yes, and it turns really small, consistent action into monumental change. Yes, and this is what it transforms obstacles into opportunities for growth. This principle is so much the ignition to a greater result in your life, but it comes really from you gaining that understanding of your purpose, you see, and of course the recognition of your true self, that personality that is within you. And with discipline, it's effortlessly in how you start really to gain clarity, and you start, of course, with clarity, you decide much more easy. Yes, not be very much influenced by circumstance, because now you are in control. Okay, because you understand who you are, and then you are very much in alignment. So throughout my life, I really have always been resilient, really, and very much persistent in things that I truly want. And I am sure this resonates also with you. But you see, through self-discipline, this conscious awareness of my mind and emotions was not always present. I was not always present about the mind and the emotions and the kind of thoughts that I have, and how this was actually being have impacted by not understanding how the emotions was always very much dictating who I am, and not by not using, you see, the discipline, because I was not knowing, of course. But discipline was one of the keys that I was also implementing, but I was not aware. So persistence was there, but because I was not giving the direction, because I was not aware who was in the control. Yes, it was this thought pattern that had complete control over, let's say, 95%, maybe 90%, because that's something special. But let's say it really was having control of most of my old decisions. And so in the past, I really allowed the emotions to dictate my actions. And this happens to the majority of people. And it is okay to say that, yes, because this is a way of Mother Nature gave us, to automatically doing thinking. Yes, it's easier for us. But this easier is also very much a stagnation there. For the purpose of let's say of this gift is really that we always can be greater, that we always can be in connection with something greater. Yes, that we can create, that we can enjoy and have the fulfillment by implementing this gift in the proper way, proper order, structure. But in that time, the emotion was, I was not aligned. I was misaligned with my true nature, which is the creator gift that God gave me. Yes, to implement here in this world, to leave a mark. Yes, to contribute something into this world. You have that. You have within you. You are this greater self that through discipline, when you understand, you connect, you will see parts of this greater self bring alignment in your life. Fulfillment and meaning is there every day, because it's always a choice in where you are directing your life through your ideas. Yes. So I sometimes really procrastinated, not out of laziness. I was not ever lazy. Yes. I was a person that I always were very much leading in a way. Yes. But I was not being led for something greater, but leading from an existent model. I was already existing from a concept that was it had been served, but somehow now it was just blocking me to go to a higher level of being greater than ever before. So this is what I noticed, that by missing that awareness of how to apply discipline, yes, and how to see discipline, in which perspective I see today discipline is different. Yes. When I wake to self-awareness, to who I'm really, I was not just aware of the things outside of me. Of course, I was more directing my attention now to within. Yes, I was not more aware of what's going on outside. I was more aware of who I am. I start to become aware of my true gifts, my talents, and then everything changed. And everything changed just because I started to make bigger questions that were very deep. And so the answer, of course, came from deep, from the depth. Yes, from my true essence. So I understood that my life, my intentions, and my actions really had to align with my purpose. Yes, and only with discipline is this really not more like a force. It's not a force. It comes with ease. It comes with very much ease. So this was the part of my awakening. To awaken to these principles brought me, or this principle reflect my greatness. Start to reflect my greatness. Yes. I really want to advise you to really come back here and listen and pay attention to this episode, because I am sure it's going to activate you. It's going to activate you when you, of course, you are open to receive. So through this deeper connection to my soul, discipline really became easier. I no longer needed emotions to always support me. I was not waiting to feel good so I can move. I really started to become more connected with the thought that really can serve me better, greater. Yes. So my vision and purpose become really stronger. This is what really was guiding me now. Than that flattening emotions, that feelings. Yes. Because we must understand what emotions are. We must first understand what is that is ruling me the most. We are being ruled the most by emotions, by thought patterns, by limited beliefs. The mind is conditioned. So it was by applying discipline, by being guided through my vision and purpose, and not so much in the beginning about what am I feeling now. I must become aware of what is that I am feeling and why. Always be in that mindfulness, and always giving and follow the direction of that higher excellent thinking that I know will provide me the greatest results. Yes. So I started really to cut any distraction, everything that it was not in alignment with who I am, in resonance with who I am, or let's say that didn't have so much to do with who I am and with my vision. I really started to say no. I start to make boundaries. Yes. Making commitment decisions that sometimes it was not from that emotional way of seeing, very hard, difficult. How am I supposed to do this? But when I started to apply discipline, coming from a place of really understanding, yes, being very much faithful to the vision and to my purpose, because now I understand my purpose, you see. So it doesn't matter what kind of situations that may not being very much in resonance with what I am seeing and feeling in this alignment that I am now, discipline helped me to make that decisions regardless, together with the strong principle of faith, applying faith, by understanding what faith is all about. Yes? So I started to embody really with ease the new higher character that was always within me. And when I say ease, I say, parts of her every day, a little bit. You decided. I decided, yes, by using discipline. Yes. So this is where true self-discipline lies. And it lives through embodiment of your soul's purpose, your soul's calling. And discipline is really expressed consistently. Yes. Not one time, yes, one time, no. This is not discipline. It's you being consistent in expression, in embodying your truth, that parts of that, providing from that mindset. Yes, you giving really a direction, you applying discipline is really take that action, regardless of situation, of whatever the emotion is already like saying, maybe no, I am not seeing. So you just have to follow the alignment. You have to be in alignment. And when this emotion comes, you are now not denying yourself. You are really being disciplined, and you act on what you know it's your truth. For me, it turns discipline is one of the most amazing principles. That is my truth, and I really embody it in the perfection. My body is learning, yes, but I am that within that perfection. But I go and I apply this discipline in persistence, and my body must show, it's a question of time, must show that perfection. Yes, it must show that perfection, because I am being me. I am being me. So who are you being? How you are applying discipline in your daily life? I would love to hear from you. Have you ever really noticed how sometimes emotions, because I was talking about this just for a few minutes ago, that I was very much under control of emotions, and my decisions was always a bit in how I was feeling, not so much what is really from thinking, but from the emotion that brought me that pattern over and over and over and over. And with that, I was frustrated. So my question to you is, have you ever noticed that, and how your emotions really sometimes lead you away from your greatest goals? Now, this, you have to be honest to yourself, yes? And I say again, to bring that change, we must really be aware and true to ourselves, to no one else. It doesn't matter the other people. It really has to do with us, because it's everything between you and a higher power. That's all. So that's why be aware in how intense your emotions can be, and how can this emotion bring you to lead you away from to be that greater self that you are, but the emotion is controlling you. And the emotion has to do also in how you are thinking. When you are not aware, emotions take control of your thinking. Yeah, because they are thought patterns. Yes, as the word already says. And in which area in your life where you know that higher version of yourself is calling you today, not tomorrow, today, to step into more discipline? Which area of your life you see you have to express that discipline that will bring that will make you on track, it holds you on track and very much in alignment to your vision, to your purpose? Which area is that? Observe. Write down. Yes, you can also share, of course, in the comments. Take really a moment to reflect. If you feel comfortable, you can always come here, if not now, later, and then you share these questions that I just made you. And if you need any support, of course, you can also mail me. And so understand that while you're sharing, you are really helping others first. It's about you, and then you help others. First, you become much more aware about yourself, and then you inspire others. Okay? So I would love to give you actually some practical before I go to conclusion. I want to give you some practicals. This is now an extra for you. Let's say every day when you wake up, you ask to yourself, who am I committed to being today? Yes, you ask to yourself, who am I committed to be today? Okay. Then, when you become aware, you identify or you replace one habit. You choose one small habit that doesn't serve that greater version, that future self that is already inside of you. There is somebody that you meant to become today. Yes. You recognize that pattern, thought pattern. You recognize that habit, and through self-discipline, yes, you are going to replace it with a new action that is aligned with that higher version of yourself today, that future self that has more alignment or is more in alignment with your vision and with that personality, future self today. Yes? Very easy. Become aware of first, who are you representing today? Be committed to be a small part of that better version of yourself. Yes? And then you recognize a thought pattern, a habit. You replace it with something new through discipline. You take action. Yeah? And it has everything to do with your vision and has to be also very much in alignment with your purpose. Do this exercise. to educate your mind. You see, this is just to educate your mind, because you are the one who has the, that is here to serve the to serve the highest to the body. Yes, you have to bring the body to understand what is that you want, from expressing in parts of a higher personality. And through discipline, you will start to really to impress it in ways that are very much in resonance from that higher quality thought in an emotion then. Yes, but first you have to apply discipline. So when you feel a kind of resistance or you start to procrastinate, you should pause and remind yourself, am I acting from my vision or from my emotion? Be very much in awareness in how, in how you are feeling. If you are feeling resistance or procrastinate, really become aware of this emotion. Really is this part of you is really being. Are you acting from that vision, from that mindset, that new personality, or are you being led from an emotion? Yes. And so I have an affirmation for you. You do like this: I act from my vision, not from fleeting emotions. I act from my vision, not from my fleeting emotions. You act always from your purpose and not from your mood and how you feel today. Yes? You go higher. Each time when you follow through, you reinforce your new identity. When you follow these exercises, you will start to reinforce a new personality. Okay? And by applying discipline. And so you start with small promises to yourself, and with that you start to build trust. You start to build trust. That's why it's very important that we start where we are now, giving small steps, being very much aware, of course, yes, of all that what I was speaking now in this episode, and then small steps, every day small steps, but always very much in mindfulness, very much in control of you being loyal in expression of that parts of a greater self that is within you, but you must discipline to educate your mind. Yes. So another point is really to start to celebrate progress instead of always want to be perfect so that you can really give the first step. Yes, the perfection is already within you, but you have somehow to start to express. And today is the day where you start to express, to express through the power of discipline. Yes. So discipline is really a practice. It's not just something that you perform, you act. You are very much being true to yourself, and you start to, and why you are being true to yourself, because now you are aware. When you're not aware and you're not understanding, it feels very much like act as if. You're not act as if, you are acting because you are following a structure, an order and a structure that will help you to unlock that higher potential, unlock pieces of you that is already laid within you and at the day of your birth, and even more. Yes. So it's you understanding all these that you will see discipline with the other eyes. You will see the perception, when you understand this, the perception that you have about discipline, I guarantee will change. Because discipline is really a really amazing tool that will strengthen that part of you that now it's still weak, but through discipline, these greater parts of you will go like it grow. Yeah, it will turn to be a giant. Yes, phenomenal is this. Okay, so this is what I wanted to give you extra, because actually I just wanted to go further with a conclusion, but I thought, okay, let's give you also a practice moment here, not just to reflect, because the practice is very, very important. And so now we have here as a conclusion that I want to repeat myself. I'm going to repeat myself, but I know that repetition is really key in the process of connecting the dots to this information. Yes. So self-discipline is really not about forcing. It's effortlessly being you. It's about awakening that nature within you, that true essence, and then with by being consistent, you start to embody the person you are meant to be today and every day. Discipline is really the bridge between your dreams and your destiny. This all we talk in the beginning of this episode. I am just repeating myself, but believe me, it's so important. It is through discipline that you become conscious creator of your life. And in how you want to create that greater, powerful, actually it's your birthright. It's not going to be through by the emotions ruling you, but by you being guided through a vision, by love, with purpose. I just wanted to leave it like this. Now, I just wanted to ask you to be really very much good to yourself and see again this episode. I don't know how deep this really sucked into your understanding, and how resonance it awakened within you, how much truth awakened within you. But if it really resonated with you, I would love that you subscribe to this channel so that we can stay, of course, connected and in this journey of growth. And you, of course, can like this video, and of course you can add value, which is adding value to your life. And when you know somebody that is really needing this information. Yes, so you may want to share because this should be spread all over the world, and somewhere it starts within you. You see, I'm already doing my part. Now, what is that you are expressing and how are you contributing? Yes, if you know someone, then share, even if it's even not resonating with you. But my intention is really to bring that greater awareness to in a global scale, and you may want to support me with that. This is, of course, your decision, but would be awesome. And if you want to know more about these amazing principles in the depth, you really may want to check my landing page. There are study hour 3 times a week, which you may want to book a call with me. We can talk about, if you are still new in the personal development, this would be, for example, a good low ticket service that may support you to go to that next level. And so you may want to visit my landing page with that, book a call, and let me support you in this process of you exploring your higher gifts, your talents, and how to answer to that call that I know each and every one has within. Is sometimes that we are very much distracted, and this really don't have to be always like that. So if you really want to make that greater step, to level up, there are so many services that I can offer you, but of course I need first to know where and how can I serve you the greatest. Yes, you may also want to subscribe to our newsletters. Actually, it's also in the landing page. You go to the section where says mail me, and then you just send a mail to us, and then you will receive so many insights, inspirations, quotes, but also application, reflection, and keys to apply in your lives about these principles, of course, and much, much more, even other exclusive resources that only is to gain when, of course, you have interest, and for that you must follow the instructions I gave you. And most importantly, really be committed, be persistent, be constant in, and have that discipline to finish what you start. Yes? So keep coming back, stay engaged. These principles are really witness of how my life really changed, and it will be also a big impact in your life when you really apply it with discipline. Yes. And I cannot tell you in how much fulfillment and meaning I gain by becoming me, becoming true to myself, and applying all these principles. It really opened the doors for infinite possibilities. So it was, it is by you embodying your true self, a higher personality, that everything will change. So discipline or self-discipline, when you apply in your own life, it will lead you to a greater potential, a higher potential. So stay really committed to yourself, be true to yourself, stay in alignment, be loyal. And I have to thank you so much for being here again. It's always a pleasure to serve you. And alone, these principles will never really unlock that greater self within you in a effortlessly and meaningful way. But it's by you applying discipline, the power of these principles. It requires embodiment. It requires expression. Okay, so what is that you are doing with these all powerful keys? I don't know, but I am sure that you are very much following the best for you, and by having that vision that will provide you the greatest in your life. Because if you receive a vision that it seems like a challenge, then I assure you that this is the right process. You are on track. And it's just that you must be familiar now with these principles so that you can gain other perception, order, and start to believe more in your gifts, in the power that flows to and through you and will give you everything that you are having the courage to express. And so this is a choice that, of course, you must make. But when you keep showing up, you're going to discover very much the true authentic self that is already existing within you. Okay? So we will see us for sure not next, but Thursday. This Thursday, I'm coming with another principle that will help you to unlock that greater, higher self, that it will unlock a higher potential, that will bring so much to this world, first within you, within your life, and then to the world. And so be present at 3 p.m. I am here again. And until there, practice, understand, see the replays, practice, and apply it in your life. Any questions, leave it in the comments. I will answer personally. Until Thursday, stay blessed. Thank you so much.